Hey my friends, with you it's Andrea Purvu, and today I welcome you guys back to a new episode of the Prima Podcast. For today's episode, I'm going to do another after-match review, and for today I chose to react to yesterday's match, Spain versus Georgia. But before diving into that match, I would like to summarize the other match that took place yesterday at the European tournaments, and that was England versus Slovakia. Which honestly now I kind of regret the fact that I didn't choose to make today's podcast about that match, because England is my second favorite after, of course, my national team Romania, and honestly I was really going through it when this match took place. So when the Spain versus Georgia match happened, I wasn't really able to pay attention to it. I was only thinking about the match that took place before, about England's performance, and about Spain yesterday. I did not really write too much, but I decided to make, in order to make this video have a enough period of time, to last at least 20 minutes, I decided to do a kind of more in-depth summary for England versus Slovakia. So that match ended up with the score 2-1. Schranz opened up the score for Slovakia, and for the longest time it was like that till minute 90 plus 5, when Bellingham scored the equalizer from a bicycle kick, and I will dive into that topic very soon. And then Kane scored the winner in minute 91, basically in the extra time. And yeah, honestly, it was a match. That's all I have to say. It was a match. Honestly, as a really big England supporter, I was very disappointed in the first 90 minutes. I could not understand why is this going on. Why are we such a weak team when we have so many individual stars? Our team is like, it costs somewhere around over 1 billion euros. So yeah, it was crazy to think about the fact that our performance was that deplorable, I would say. And I wouldn't really jump into blaming Southgate, because most of the people are blaming Southgate, but honestly, I don't know. I really do not know who to blame. I understand why this man is so hated, because when you have such a prestigious team with so many individual stars, as I already said, it's really hard to not leave someone out of the group, out of the squad, out of the first 11 players. And for people will always be a controversial decision that you are gonna make when your whole squad is made just by stars. For example, so many people are hating on Southgate due to the fact that he is not starting Trent Alexander-Arnold. But in my opinion, for example, yes, he's really good. He plays at Liverpool, whatever, but he does not fit into this squad. The stars that are in the first 11 are way better than him. And honestly, I don't really have any bad remark on yesterday's lineup for England. The only remark would be that I think that Stones should have a place in the defending field. But yeah. Anyways, I think that where Southgate is basically mistaken is the fact that, what I've seen at this squad is the fact that the players are not really good at communicating with each other. They're the best players in their teams, in their club teams. But when they come to the national team, they do not really know how to communicate, because they were used in their normal club team to be the stars and to be the leaders. So I feel like his squad is made by leaders, and he was not really able to to manage that. I just made up a word, to manage that. And I think that he definitely should have done not only like a sports training, but as well a psychological training for them. And I think that another mistake that drove England to such bad performances was the fact that there were many players that usually were coming to the national squad, and this year they were not convocated. And of course, because some players were out of the squad, there were new changes, and the players were not really used to these new people that came into the squad. But anyways, I really do not know who to actually blame. I mean, I remember that in the groups I was thinking that Southgate's strategy is good, because I was thinking that he is trying to lock in a good outcome, a final, like them to qualify for a round of 16 with as little effort as possible. But right now, like, looking at how they played against Slovakia, I understand that probably that was not really the strategy. He simply made it look like that because the performances were very weak and deplorable. But yeah, what is good in my opinion is the fact that we ended up winning. And honestly, that match was quite the match, as I said before. I mean, I was going through it in that match. I've cried, I think, 3 times. Literally, so at first I started crying in somewhere around minute 60 when I started realizing that probably this is it, we're out of this tournament from round of 16 and we are beat by Slovakia. And I started crying. Then I started crying when I got super frustrated with everyone's performance, because I felt like nobody was actually trying to do anything. And then I cried again when Bellingham scored, but then I cried out of happiness. And let me tell you something. During the match, in the second half, I was just thinking how Bellingham, he's definitely exhausted. He had a hard season, he played a lot, he played at such a high level, he is exhausted. He did not have a holiday as most of the other players had, because he played in the Champions League. So after the Champions League, he directly went to the national squad to play for the Euro tournaments, while the other players had like a 2-week vacation. So yeah, but I was just seeing him that he's absolutely exhausted, and literally he couldn't even stand up. At some point he was only on the ground. I was thinking, okay. And somewhere in the second half, I was just like, because I've seen him this season in La Liga how he was trying so hard to score a goal from a bicycle kick, and I was just looking at him and I was thinking, what if he is going to try to do a bicycle kick right now and physically he was not able to play in those moments. I was like, what if he's going to try to do that and he's going to fall on his head and he's going to die right there alive? That was what was going through my mind for 1 second. And then somewhere in minute 90 plus 2, I started thinking that, come on, Bellingham, I mean, you scored this whole season so many goals in the extra time. What if you are going to score again? You can score again from in the extra time. And then somewhere in minute 90 plus 3, I already stopped hoping. I lost hope. And in minute 90 plus 5, he scored in the extra time, and he scored from a bicycle kick. I am a medium, honestly. And I think, honestly, at some point in the match, I was even thinking that maybe them losing and them being out of this tournament is for the better, because I was just thinking, because I'm a real big Madridista and I'm a real big Real Madrid fan, I started being a bit selfish, and I was just thinking that maybe it's better for Bellingham to have a longer vacation, a longer holiday, to have more time to rest and stuff like that. And because I forgot what I wanted to say. So I was saying that I'm so confused. 1 second, please. Okay, so I got so confused for 1 second. I really do not know what happened in my mind. My mind for 1 second has been glitching, has been lagging, but I'm back. So I was saying that as a selfish Madridista, for 1 second I was thinking like, yeah, maybe it's better like that because he's gonna come in the next season for La Liga way stronger and stuff like that. But then I was thinking how him now winning the Euro tournament brings him kind of not closer but far further from winning the Ballon d'Or, but this gives Vinicius Jr. a bigger chance to win the Ballon d'Or. And yeah, many thoughts came into my mind when basically England was losing, and then I was at some point seeing Bellingham how he was absolutely exhausted, and literally he was physically unable to play. At some point I was feeling like he was not even trying, and I don't think that it was necessarily his I think that definitely he wanted to fight, but I think that he was simply not able physically, and I've heard as well the commentators saying the same thing. And at some point I was really thinking that, okay, somewhere around minute 70 I was like, okay, get him out, replace him. He is not able to do anything. It's not his place in this match to play. So yeah, like replace him. But Southgate was really smart with the decision to keep him, because Bellingham is this kind of player. Even though he's like super tired, he's exhausted, he's not able physically to play, somehow he has this he's very creative, and he has these moments when literally you feel like there comes a real big light in his mind, and he does one of these incredible tricks, and stunning goals, and absolutely he creates actions out of nowhere in the most unexpected moments. And yeah, that's why Bellingham, I think, that gained so much fame and so many got so much recognition, because this is his style of playing. Out of nowhere, in the most unexpected moment, he's going to create an action out of nowhere, and a stunning action, and he's as well going to finish that action by scoring. So yeah, but it was really interesting. I've seen as well that he got the MVP award, and honestly I do not really agree with that, because it's really hard to say who deserved this award, but besides that goal, he hasn't really done anything in this match. As I said, he was exhausted, he was not able to play physically, and I don't know, I think that low-key, his performance was kind of deplorable. It was not up to his standards, definitely. Definitely that goal saved him, but still, I don't think that he deserved the MVP. It's hard to say who deserved it, though. I would put my bets on Menu, in my opinion. As well, I've seen the grades for the English squad, and he scored 7 on yesterday's match. Like, he scored the highest score. Bellingham scored, I remember, 6 or something like that, and there were some players that scored 2 points, the grade 2. Those were Trippier, Kyle Walker, and I don't remember exactly, but I think that 4 players scored 2. And I think that Declan Rice as well, he scored some 3 or something like that, though I don't agree with that either. Definitely it was not his best match, but still, I don't think that he deserved a 3. He, in many moments, especially at this Euro tournament, and even in yesterday's match, he showed that he is one of the best English players in that squad, and he was the one that was keeping the team together. And yeah, actually, wait, I want to address as well the situation, the Kane as a captain situation, because some people are saying that he shouldn't really be a captain, and honestly, I quite agree with that, because I think that a captain should be a bit more, I don't want to say aggressive, but I think that he's way too chill for his role. And honestly, I think that better captains would have been Pickford, or maybe Declan Rice, as I said. And I think that anyways, in the next Euro, probably the captain is going to be Bellingham. So, yeah. But still, I mean, I think that he is a good captain. I really like Kane. I liked him since I was pretty young and I was not even watching football. I mean, I was watching only the European and World Cup. The Europeans and the World Cup, because those were basically the tournaments that everybody was watching. And I remember that I used to like him since then. But yeah, I think that at this point of his life, maybe Declan Rice or Pickford would have been more inspired decisions for this role. And yes, Kane scored an absolutely formal goal for him. I mean, he scored, as I said, in minute 91 in the extra time. He scored with his head, and it was an easy goal. It was a formal goal for him. But yeah, that was the winner. At the end of the day, we won because of that. And I don't know if we won because of that. Maybe we won. I mean, most of the people and most of the journalists would say that we won because of Bellingham's goal, and I quite agree, because that was the one moment that gave them hope, that gave the English squad more hope to keep on fighting and stuff like that. And from that moment, I think that was clear to everyone that England is going to score a winner. And honestly, I was happy to see the fact that the winner was scored by Kane, though I wished as well that Mainu would have scored in this game, because as I said, in my opinion, he was the MVP, and he's a legend in the making. He's a star. The way that guy plays at 19 years old, and all the action that he created yesterday, and how sure of himself he is. I mean, yeah, he is an amazing player. And I might be a bit biased because I'm a Manchester United supporter, as I said in the other match, but honestly, I mean, it was not only my opinion. I was talking as well yesterday to one of my friends, and he said the same, that he thinks that Mainu played really well, and he was saying that he thinks that Bellingham deserved the MVP, but he said that he thinks as well that Mainu deserved it. And then the journalists were saying the same thing, that, I got messed up. Not the journalist, but he received the highest score in the squad. And I was as well talking to my girl best friend, who doesn't really watch football, and she watched the yesterday match, and she was saying that yeah, she doesn't know this guy, but she really liked him, and she thought that he was the MVP. So yeah, it's not just me. I'm not biased, actually. It's not a me issue, okay? I think that probably he really deserved it, but it's understandable why Jude Bellingham received the award, and as well as a Madridista, I'm quite happy to see him receiving that award. And I think this was it for the English versus Slovakia match. I liked as well the way Slovakia played. I mean, they definitely were better than expected. And for such a little team, the way they played and the fact that they were winning 95 minutes, they were winning. For 95 minutes, they were winning. I mean, against England, the number one favorite for this trophy. I mean, it's an impressive result and it's an impressive performance. But yeah. Anyways, now let's dive into yesterday's match, Spain versus Georgia, and let's dive into it. Honestly, I don't have any remarks on the lineups. I think that they were really good, though I still kind of wish Raya would be the goalkeeper, the main goalkeeper for the national squad, but I do understand why Simon is the main goalkeeper, because he has way more experience at the national team, and yeah, it's obvious. But yeah, besides that, no remarks on yesterday's lineup. In minute 18, Mikhail Tadze makes a splendid long pass to Kakabadze, who tries to pass to Kvaratskhelia, but Lenormand intercepts the cross and he sends the ball into his own net. Basically, the problem there was the fact that he appreciated late the shot, and that caused the mistake. Basically, he deviated the ball with his hip. And yeah, he sent the ball in his own net. I think that this is already the 9th own goal from this tournament, which is an absolute record. Yeah, interesting European tournament. Actually, there were lots of debates about the fact if this is the best European tournament so far. And honestly, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say that is the best, but it's a really interesting tournament so far. Many notable moments, many records broken. I really loved the supporters. Everyone was so dedicated to their national teams. And yeah, everybody, I mean, I kind of like this tournament so far, though I wouldn't jump to say that it's the best tournament so far. It's a good one, you know? Okay, then in minute 39, Rodri scored a stunning goal, perfect angle. The ball even went between some players' legs, some Georgian players' legs. That was really interesting to watch and satisfying to watch. And there was a discussion if there was an offside in Nico Williams before the goal was scored, but in my opinion it was quite visible that it was not an offside, though it was kind of controversial decision right there, because the director did not show us then, he didn't show us a stop, basically the motion being stopped and a photo of that to see exactly if there was an offside or not. But I guess there was no time to do that because basically in the match many actions happened, and yeah. But yeah, that was a bit controversial, but in my opinion, when I was seeing the replay, it felt like it was quite visible that there was no offside, but yeah. Then in minute 50, Lamine Yamal manages to get a free kick, and Yamal and Nico Williams are prepared to shoot. And that was, in my opinion, a smart trap, because basically these two young attacking sensations, Spanish sensations, are different-footed. I mean, one of them is right-footed and the other one is left-footed, so it was kind of hard to appreciate where will the ball be sent, in which direction. And eventually Yamal shoots and he misses, and I have one remark there. The save was quite impressive, honestly. And but Spain doesn't stop the attack, and somehow Yamal gets the ball back and he passes to Fabian Ruiz, who scores, and this action results Yamal breaking another record for being the youngest player to make a decisive pass at a Euro tournament at 16 years old. Yeah, impressive. Quite impressive. Anyways, minute 73, again Lamine Yamal does a good action. He makes a really good dribble and he passes to his mate, who is a bit late with passing back to Yamal, which causes an offside being ruled. But Yamal shot and the ball was deviated, so there would have been an own goal, but it was disallowed because, yes, as I said, it was an offside. But it was quite interesting to see two own goals from both of the teams in only one match. But yeah. Then 2 minutes away from this, Nico Williams, the other young attacking Spanish sensation, he started a counterattack and he scores with his right foot a gorgeous and unexpected goal in that moment. I mean, I was literally writing down the previous action, the Lamine Yamal action with the own goal, and in that moment, I mean, nothing was really happening in the match. It was kind of static and passive. The that moment of the match, and he scored in absolutely most unexpected moments. So yeah, interesting. And he scored a gorgeous goal, not just in an unexpected moment. He scored a gorgeous goal in an unexpected moment. Anyways, then in minute 83, Yamal tries to become the youngest scorer at the Euro tournament, but he shoots wide. And in the same minute, Dani Olmo, in a real big chaos, he somehow manages to score. And that was as well a really beautiful goal, because many people and many things were happening in that moment in that area, but somehow he managed to score. And yeah, this is it basically for this match. As I said, I did not write too many things down, and I do not have too much commentary to make on this match because I was not able to recover from the other match that took place before. Because, yeah, I was so happy, and I was only thinking, as I said, about the fact that we won. And I was just thinking all about England's performance, and I was basically in my mind like a coach. I was just thinking, what can we improve to become better and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that probably I should have chosen to talk about the match England versus Slovakia. But basically yesterday, before this match is happening, I was thinking that England disappointed so much and Slovakia is not such a big team, while Spain had, in my opinion, the best performance out of the European tournament so far. And yeah, and as well, Georgia has been low-key a dark horse. I mean, still in my opinion, the dark horse in this tournament will be Turkey. But yeah, I mean, their performances in this tournament were really good. For the first time, they qualified at the major tournament, and yeah. To wrap up this match, I don't know exactly who won the MVP award. When I was looking at it, when I was searching it up, there was not posted yet. But I think that, in my opinion, Lamine Yamal deserved the MVP award. He has done most of the actions, and he has done as well really good actions. He was really active, and yeah, this teenager is absolutely insane. To think about the fact that we are in the same age, and he played this year for Barcelona in the Champions League, and now he plays at the European tournaments and does such amazing performances is crazy. And yeah, actually, fun fact about him, which I found out yesterday, was the fact that in Germany there is a law that basically, if you are a minor, if you are a teenager, you are not really allowed to work after 11 p.m. And basically, yesterday, Lamine Yamal, if in that match happened to be extra time, he was supposed to be substituted, because otherwise, they would basically cross the law. Cross the law, that's how you say. I don't know if you say cross the law, but anyways, yeah, they would break the law. Sorry, I don't know why I said cross the law. Anyways, they would have broken the law. So yeah, but luckily they didn't got into extra time, and Lamine Yamal could have played till the end of the match. And yeah, this was it for today's episode, you guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it to your friends if you think that any of this information might be useful to them. Comment down below any suggestion that you guys might have for me to improve, and subscribe to keep in tune with all of my uploads. Okay, bye guys!